Hi, I am Tan Long, one of the founder of QuantCube technology. So what I'm going to tell you is about how we are able to estimate key macroeconomic variables, in real time for capital markets. So this is something that I've been thinking for more than 25 years. I keep thinking about that day and night. We can include it. So this is what I'm passionate about. So let me tell you what it is. So we have three layers of value. First, it is our extensive data lake, in real time. And the purpose, as I've said, is about how to estimate key macro variables. You have four typology of data sets: textual data, it could be social media, in English, in French, but also in Arabic for crude oil, or in Chinese for iron ore. But second type of data is satellite data. We are able to see all around the world using high-resolution satellite data, radar data. If I have more time, I could show live data. And we track all ships around the world. So we have a very good view of the economy in real time. How we are able to build up data? So it's a very transparent to build up those economic growth. First, for example, for the consumption, we are able to track any person or to tell you how many people you have in Starbucks, in Des Moines, in Kansas, or any place, in the US. So, in fact, on a real time, we can tell you the consumption, the retail sales. And of course, if you want to deliver financial performance, it's great to have information ahead. For manufacturing activity, we use satellite data and to screen all over the world, from US, from China, at very city level, etc. And on top of that, you have an econometric model that enables to estimate economic growth. So this is how you can now estimate those key variables. Inflation, 5 years ago, nobody was interested in that. Now to track energy, we track 15,000 gas stations in real time. 5 million prices a day of Apple, caliber 50, 55, debts, etc. So what you could see, we are able to estimate inflation ahead of the consensus. In average, 2 weeks ahead of the consensus, 3 weeks ahead of official numbers. So, of course, whenever you cross economic growth and inflation, it's going to tell you in which macroeconomic regime you stand. And why it is very important. You got inflation ahead of the market consensus. You get economic growth ahead of the market consensus. So before everybody, you know in which macroeconomic regime you stand. And whenever you know that, when you know that economic growth works well, you prefer to invest in cyclical assets. And when things are not going bad, you go into defensive assets. And the purpose of that is to position yourself ahead of the market. And this is how you deliver financial performance. One thing that is good, and this is what we have done, is about how to get access and to analyze information before everybody. So this is why key users are, at first, all global macro hedge funds. Most of the big names for arbitrage, fixed income arbitrage, commodity arbitrage, etc. And then now we can see that asset managers, they have created indices based on our data. And this is exactly what has been done. I'm sure you know MSCI. MSCI has created some index that you can see on yellow. And because you have information ahead, this is how you are able to deliver financial performance. How it works, you're going to select the sector depending on the macroeconomic conditions. And it's very transparent. And moreover, it works on any geography. It works on US, it works on Europe, here in GCC or in China. Same thing, Citigroup has used our data to create some index for what you call the multi-asset. So for anybody who is interested in asset allocation, those are key data for efficient investments to her. And this is some products for what you call life insurance products. And because we get some data, now we can do some products for commodity markets. For example, for energy markets, because you are able to estimate energy demand. You know, because you get all satellite data over China, it's going to tell you about energy demand. You track all ships, it's going to tell you about logistics. And you take geopolitics using text analytics, it's a factor that impacts the price of crude oil. So now, whenever you get this macro data, you can go even at the asset level. So let me show you now. You can give us any real estate, we are able to tell you how many people you have in real time. Not only in the building, you can see some real estate in the US, but we are able, in a systematic way, to tell you what kind of stores, how many people per store. It could be also for private assets. Here, it's a private asset in China. And you can see, using high-resolution satellite data, you can estimate the inventory of nickel, basically. And what you can see, it's about how to estimate the revenue of any asset in real time. First, what you could see on a real estate, on a mall, on the hotels, etc. And here for any industrial activity. And what you could see is that once the price of nickel has rallied, you can see the bright dot, it is nickel inventory. When nickel has rallied, they sold the nickel inventory, so it's going to tell you the revenue in real time of the largest mine in China. And on the right, this is what you could see, the construction of smelters, and everything is updated on a daily basis. So this is the purpose of a financing project. So the use case is, if you finance some assets, you can follow up on a daily basis the construction of any asset too. And then one question that we have now is how to track data centers. And we are able to track all construction of data centers around the world, from Brazil to China to US, even to UAE. And most importantly, as well, we can track what kind of energy you need for data centers. And as you know, more than 50% of the energy is consumed by AI ecosystem. AI ecosystem, it is data centers and phones. And on top of that, what you could see is you can track any construction, in fact. So all over the world is here in South Korea. So what I want to tell you now, in terms of analytics, you give us any geolocation data, we are able to get data within 1 hour, and you can have the delivery on the platform to track your investments. So this is, you can, I don't know if you can get my LinkedIn as well. And one thing, now we plan to extend our activity here in Abu Dhabi. So this is why next month we're going to create a joint venture with two UAE entities. Thank you very much.